Welcome back to another Vahrenberg Implement informational series video. We're located in the great state of Missouri, and our motto is the Show Me State. Do you know why it's called the Show Me State? Well, we do. It goes back to U.S. Congressman Willard Vandiver's statement that said he comes from a state that raises corn, cotton, and cockleburs. Frothy eloquence neither convinces nor satisfies me. I am from Missouri. You've got to show me. And that's what we're here today, is to show you the differences between hydrostats. Not all hydrostats are created equal. As you can see here, we have 5 models of Massey Ferguson tractors, from the GC series to the 1700E series to a previous generation 1643 to the 1700 series premium, which we've got a cab featured, and the 2700E series. We have 2 basic types of transmissions here, hydrostat transmissions, and 5 variations of those 2 types of transmissions. So let's jump in here and see what the differences are and experience them with a ride and drive. The first type of hydrostat transmission we're going to talk about is the non-synchronized hydrostat. The easiest way to identify it is when you walk up to the tractor if it has a clutch pedal. As you can see on this 1700E series, we have a clutch on this side. You have to clutch to shift between your 3 different ranges of hydrostats. You have a high, medium, and low range in our version of the non-synchronized transmission, but you push the clutch and you'll shift it through the 3 ranges. In conjunction to this, with the Massey Ferguson 1700E series, you have a single heel-to-toe style pedal to operate the transmission. We'll jump on here and show you it in action. Now we're on the 1700E series, and you'll see we got a clutch pedal here, a parking brake and brake pedal over here, our hydrostat forward and reverse heel-toe pedal, and we have a 3-range hydrostat: high, medium, and low range. Rabbit, turtle, and snail. This actually splits it into 3 different categories. High range is going to be your transport and light duty work. Mid range, which is going to be your turtle, is going to be used for lighter duty mowing, lighter tasks, and when you get into real heavy duty tasks, you're going to use your low range. We recommend using the lowest range that gives you the speed to do your job. Let's start it up. First, we need to put the clutch in, turn the key, let it cycle, and power it up. To operate, we need to push the brake pedal in, which will release the brake lever. Next, we're going to have to select our range. We need to push the clutch in to select the range. You can't do it without pushing the clutch in. We're going to go to mid-range. Push our pedal forward, we'll go forward. As you'll notice, it is independent of the throttle. It does not have any throttle linkage. If you want to speed up or get more power, you have to add more throttle to get more power, more torque. If you want to change ranges, you have to come to a stop, push the clutch in, shift range, let the clutch back out, and then you can use your heel-toe pedal. Once you put it in a range, you're probably not going to be using it. The next version of hydrostat transmission we're going to show is the GC series with a synchronized transmission. If we come aboard here, we've got the GC 1715 here. You have a pedal over there, but in this case it's a brake pedal. Over here you have a forward and reverse style separate pedal system. You got a separate pedal for forward and reverse. This transmission also has cruise control. This is a synchronized hydrostat transmission that does not have auto throttle. You have to manually control the throttle with this transmission. We're going to jump on here and take it for a drive. First thing we have to do is start it up. You don't have to push any clutch or anything because you do not have a clutch. You do have to have the hydrostat in neutral. You have two ranges with this transmission. This is a brake, so there's no clutching. To put it in range, either shift to high range or low range. This is a 2-range hydrostat. To move, you've got your forward and reverse. To change speeds, you have to manually increase the RPMs. For cruise control, you just push and hold that and it'll stay in place. You either tap the brake or you tap the hydrostat. I like tapping the hydrostat because I can recover the transmission. With a 2-range hydrostat, you have 2 speed limitations. Basically, your high range is going to be for transport and travel speed. Gives you a full range of engine torque with a full range of speeds from slow speed to max speed. In low range, it limits the forward travel speed but gives you more engine torque and range through a smaller range of speeds to give you more power to do tougher chores like tough loader work, mowing, tilling, and those type of things. A 2-range hydrostat is in our smaller tractors, and as you'll see as we go into the other models, we'll actually go into a 3-range hydrostat that provides more splits for more opportunities to do different jobs. The next version we've got is what's featured in our 2700E series. We have our single pedal, heel toe pedal with 3 ranges, high, medium, and low, but we do not have a clutch. So this is what we consider a synchronized transmission. Let's jump aboard and I'll show you the difference. This also features mechanical cruise control by this lever, and I'll show you how that operates. To start it up, all we have to do is turn our key. Once our engine sets, it's ready to start up. There's no clutch to engage. Those are brake pedals, mechanical throttle, heel toe pedal, and our 3-range hydrostat lever. Your hydrostat does have to be in neutral to start it. We push the brakes in to let off. Select our range. Raise our loader. And you're going. Push the toe pedal to go forward. Heel to go backwards. Simple and easy as that. Now if you want to change ranges, there's no clutch to engage, so we can go right to our mid-range. Now to show you how the cruise control works, we're going to push the forward pedal, pull up, and it'll maintain that speed. That way if you're mowing all day long, you don't have to keep your foot on the pedal. You can set your speed, go at it. If you need to change, you can hit the brakes. It'll stop it back to neutral. Or the thing that I like to suggest is capture it with your pedal and then you can stop. It saves that severe shock if you're just stopping real quick. Now the throttle is independent of the hydrostat in this version. If you set your throttle based on what you need, there's no anti-stall feature like auto throttle, which we'll show you in the next version. Next we're going to show you a version of a synchronized hydrostat. It's our 1600 series. We've actually traded for this tractor, but it has a different variation of hydrostat. It has auto throttle done with mechanical linkage, and if you look right down here, you can see it. It's also available on our 1526 hydrostat. You've got separate pedals here, forward and reverse. You have 3 synchronized hydrostat ranges, so there is no clutch. You'll see brake pedals over there, left and right brake pedal. You have mechanical cruise control done by this lever right here. We're going to show you what auto throttle can do for you. We're going to jump in here. This has a preheat position on our previous generation tractors. You got a yellow light there. We'll give it a few seconds and fire it up. Man, notice the engine noise difference between this and what I'm going to show you in a premium series. That's one of the things that has changed between generations. We push our brake in to release it. We've got our 3 ranges here. They're non-synchronized, so we don't have to clutch to shift ranges. We'll shut the door here. We have 2 separate forward reverse pedals, forward and reverse. They come out of the floor, and it allows us to go forward and reverse. Now, one of the things, I'm going to open the door here real quick and show you what auto throttle is all about. If I put it in neutral here and I push down the forward pedal and listen to the engine RPMs. You can hear when I push the hydrostat pedal, it changes the engine RPM. This is called auto throttle. This is a mechanical auto throttle that allows you to have an anti-stall feature on your hydrostat. So if you're working in too high a range or you need extra throttle, it's automatically going to raise that engine RPM up to help prevent stalling of the tractor. But it's a super nice feature when you're doing low RPM work, like high range transport position. We'll just show you here. You can hear that engine revving up. See the RPMs on the dash, and it automatically comes back. So if you need to move somewhere quickly and then slow down and do work, you can do that. It's great for back dragging. I'm going to just show you an example here. Raise our loader up, put a little down pressure on it. You can hear that auto throttle kick in and go to work as we back drag to fluff the gravel up here. When I slow down, you can see that it reduced the engine RPMs. Now, one other thing that's available in the 1600 was mechanical cruise control. I'm going to push the forward pedal here, and I'll pull up on this lever here, and it'll maintain that speed. You can see my foot is off the pedal, and we're maintaining the speed. We can either tap the brakes, and it'll kick the cruise control lever out, or as I've been suggesting, use your hydrostat forward progress and regain control of the transmission without coming to a sudden stop. That's another version of the synchronized hydrostat that's been available from Massey Ferguson. There's a lot of differences, and you need to check to see what you're buying. Wasn't thinking when I set those tractors in the lineup, but our 1500 series offers a hydrostat similar to the 1600 series. It's separate pedals, forward and reverse. You can see a 3-range hydrostat with mechanical cruise control, no clutch, that's a brake pedal over there. But it has auto throttle, mechanical auto throttle. Let's jump on. I'll show you real quickly that it's very similar to the 1600 series, our previous generation. This is a brake pedal on the left, and if you watch, the parking brake lever will come up. This does have a preheat position. We'll raise our loader there. We'll select our range. Then we have forward, reverse pedals. Forward and reverse. And you can hear that auto throttle kick in. So I've just put it in neutral. You can hear auto throttle working for you. We'll just back up real quick. Show you it operates the same. You can set your manual throttle wherever you want. You can set your manual throttle wherever you want. We'll set it up here at about 1500 RPMs. And you'll see that auto throttle will take it up and above that. We're above 1500, so we're at 2000. Needed a little extra RPMs to go faster, so it automatically increased the engine RPMs. It's a fully synchronized hydrostat with mechanical auto throttle and mechanical cruise control. If you want to do cruise, push down, hold it, it'll maintain it. Tap the brake or the hydrostat, or kick it out by hand, and it'll work in favor for you. Last but not least is the e-hydrostat. This is an electronic hydrostat. It is a synchronized hydrostat. It has electronic auto throttle, but it also's got more. We'll show you. The Massey Ferguson version has separate suspended forward and reverse pedals. Your feet are underneath. You don't have to have them, the pedals in the way like the 1600. They're suspended from the dash, so you've got a lot more foot room available on your floor mat. We come over to this side, and we'll notice that there's going to be some changes. We've got our high, medium, and low range like we've had with the dual neutral positions. But we also have response control. We can adjust how aggressive the forward to reverse response is. You want it quicker, speed change, you put it to quick. If you want a less aggressive speed change, you put it over here to slow. That is a very nice feature, only available in an e-hydrostat. You can also set max speed limit. Why would I want to use max speed? Well, say you're rotary mowing and you slow down to do your turn, and then you want to re-engage back to that speed. You can run your hydrostat pedal as hard as you want, and it'll never go faster than where you set here. And then we have electronic cruise control. Electronic cruise control allows you to use the brakes, the pedals, or push the button to stop the cruise control function. As you can see here, we have our dual brakes to allow powered braking, and we have our separate pedals over there. Let's jump in here and fire this up and see what the premier e-hydrostat transmission from Massey Ferguson will do for you. Now, one of the things with the e-hydrostat and the auto throttle, we're in neutral position. We have to have that to start it. We turn the dash on, allow it to boot up. We can push our brakes to relieve our parking brake down here. But when we start this tractor up, wow, listen to how much quieter the 1700 series is than that 1600 series. We've got it in neutral position, so I can hit the pedals and show you how auto throttle is going to work. That's all the way up to PTO speed. You can hear that auto throttle working for you. It's electronic by the hydrostat pedals in this version. Just wanted to show you how much quieter the new generation of Massey Fergusons are than our previous generation. And we'll close the cab and it's even quieter yet. Now to do your hydrostat, we're going to select our range. we've got our brakes off. We're going to raise our loader up, and to go forward, we just push the pedal. And I'm going to put it down on, I'm going to put it on quick response first. See how quick that was to engage, speed changes? Now let's put it on slow. Got it on slow, turned it over here. Takes a little longer to go and to slow down. It smooths it out. It's comfort control. That you're not going to make speed changes and change the thing. It's really nice when you're doing forward reverse shuttles because it smooths it out. If you want smooth control, you've got it. Or we're going to take it up and we'll turn it to more aggressive control. We got it on max. You can see how much more aggressive that speed control is. That's comfort control. You can set that wherever you like. Now we've got max speed up here. We're just going to set a maximum speed. We're going to go to a lower range here. We're going to act like we're mowing. We're going along here. We found our speed. We hit our cruise control button. The light on the dash comes on, and we're maintaining that speed. Now we want to turn around. How fast was I going? I can stomp this pedal as fast as I can go. Auto throttle will kick up, but it's going to maintain that same ground speed we were going before. Isn't that a nice feature? If you're doing a lot of mowing and a lot of turnaround, you can always mow at that same exact speed. Or the job you're doing, tilling, there's a lot of applications where you want a constant speed and repeat that speed. The E-Hydrostat allows you to do that. Now in cruise control function, I'm going to set it here, and you can see we're moving along. I can tap my brake pedals and it'll kick the cruise out. I can also set my speed, and I can use either pedal. I can hit my pedal here and recover it, and it'll kick out. I can also, you see the dash light came on, I can actually hit the button and kill cruise control also. So there's 3 different ways to kill cruise control versus the other version is capturing it by changing the mechanical linkage control of the hydrostat or move the lever. That's one of the neat things of an E-Hydrostat. Auto throttle, max speed limit, response control for better comfort, and 3 ranges that are non-synchronized. All you need to do is come to a stop, change your range with a synchronized transmission. There's low. It's going to give you the most torque and the lowest speeds. For example, this tractor is about 0 to 4 mile an hour in low range. In mid range, we're looking at about 0 to 8. And then in full range, we're at about 0 to 16 speed, 16 mile an hour. So you can go really fast, or you can go slow and have lots of power working for you. Make sure you check out and find out what kind of hydrostat you're buying. There's a lot of differences, as you can see from Massey Ferguson, and not all hydrostats are created equal. So visit your dealer, ask your sales professional when you're comparing tractors what kind of hydrostat you're really getting. We'll tell you at Vahrenberg Implement. Now one thing I'm going to show you is backdragging with the E-Hydrostat. We've got it in mid-range. Speed really doesn't matter. We got it in the Throttle, which is our mid-range. We've got a response control set about half and half. But I'm going to let you listen to how this hydrostat transmission builds up power and then starts moving. See how it builds up power and then it started moving? You can hear it build up power. It senses the load and then it changes the RPMs based on the need that you're going. Now that you've seen the different types of hydrostat transmissions available, from the synchronized to the non-synchronized transmission, from the mechanical linkage to the e-hydrostats, next time you're visiting your sales professional, ask them more questions about the type of hydrostat transmission you're getting and comparing. Visit your local Massey Ferguson dealer and for a drive today and experience the Massey Ferguson difference. Serving farmers since 1847, Massey Ferguson is a world-leading brand with service and support to support you along the way.